It is a promise made to families when they sign on the dotted line. Their loved one will be safe, well cared for, and treated with respect when they move into a nursing home. But for some families at one North Charleston facility, they say that promise was never kept. Our Katie Cameron has spent months investigating Riverside Health and Rehab and the complaints of neglect and mistreatment tied to the facility.
She brings us insight on newly released documents and firsthand accounts that shed light on what goes on behind closed doors there. We do want to warn you, there may be video that may make you feel uncomfortable.
In life, Ethel Kelly's voice was a source of comfort and strength. A minister, a foster mom, and a gospel singer. She used her voice to lift up others.
The people of the community would come to her any time of day or the night for her to pray with them, to sing with them, to counsel them. She would feed them. She would give them clothes.
But as dementia progressed, Kelly's family moved her to Riverside Health and Rehab in North Charleston, hoping the staff would offer the same care and compassion she had shown others. That hope was soon replaced with guilt, fear, and dread.
She meant everything to us, and to have to leave her day after day, I felt horrible that I got to turn and walk away, and she's still sitting there in this place.
They say they witnessed filth, neglect, uncaring staff, unchanged clothes, unanswered calls for help.
It's like someone took a bucket of urine and just poured in the clothes. So I was like, wow, how wet did she have to be for the urine to be to the top of her clothes to the bottom?
A serious fall broke Kelly's body and her family's trust. They say they complained to the state, but their voices were ignored.
I called, someone came out. They said, but we didn't see anything. I was crying on the phone. I was like, but that's my mom.
Kelly's daughter says she felt powerless, like her mother's suffering was invisible. Newly obtained records from the State Department of Public Health show that Kelly's experience is far from isolated. Dozens of complaints describe residents living in filth, with dirty walls and floors, a facility-wide stench, chronic understaffing, and even an ant infestation with the bugs biting a resident. Other complaints accuse the staff of ignoring call bells, refusing basic care, blasting loud music at the nurses' station, and arguing in the halls. The Department of Public Health cited the facility for some of the issues, including cleanliness and staffing, but did not issue a citation after investigating others.
Inadequate staffing results in harm, it results in poor care to residents, and overall it really underpins most of the bad occurrences that happen in nursing homes.
Sam Brooks, whose nonprofit advocates for nursing home residents, says stories like these are part of a national crisis.
Unfortunately, when we look at the data, if you're living in a for-profit home or a for-profit chain, it's very common that you're going to receive bad care. And frankly, it's gotten even worse since the pandemic.
One newly obtained complaint describes a resident left shirtless and wet with the door open. The facility was cited for staffing issues after. Another says a wheelchair with no footrests caused an open sore when a resident's foot dragged against the wheel. One resident died under what a complaint called a high concern for neglect. The facility was not cited for either of those complaints. In an email, Riverside officials say the facility is committed to quality care and takes every complaint seriously. Leaders say complaints are a routine part of regulation and shouldn't be portrayed as proof of systemic neglect.
It was killing me because I wasn't able to give her the 100% care that she needed and deserved.
These new complaints aren't isolated incidents. Li-Fi first told you about earlier complaints against Riverside, including urine-soaked beds, bug infestations, maggots and wounds, and overfilled catheter bags, some leading to citations, others dismissed by the state with no action taken. Dozens of lawsuits accuse the facility of medical negligence, wrongful death, and suffering families say never should have happened. The company settled many of these lawsuits, but some were dismissed and some are still pending.
I don't want her there, and I tried finding other places, but because of her insurance, since she's there, I want her to have good, decent treatment.
Better care, respect.
Brooks says change will require stronger staffing standards, tougher enforcement, and a commitment to treating every resident with dignity. For Kelly's family, the fight is personal. They say Kelly spent her life lifting up others, and want her story to inspire change.
It's not easy to live with it, that, to see her there, and then I have to walk away and go home, and then she's still there. And then now she's no longer with us. It's like, Mom, I'm going to make sure that I pursue this just to make sure justice is done.
In life, Kelly's voice comforted and encouraged everyone around her. In death, her family hopes it will call for better care so no one else suffers in silence. For Live 5 Investigates, I'm Katie Kamen.